The Walt Disney Company has a big movie coming out next year in March. It's the Snow White live-action remake, which has been embroiled in controversy after controversy. The budget exploding, perhaps as much as $500 million. And the lead actress has continuously put Disney in the hot seat. Well, if you thought Rachel Zegler was done, folks, you ain't seen nothing yet.
There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her. Weird. So we didn't do that this time.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel that brings sanity and clarity to an industry in need. Happy to have each and every one of you joining us today as we go through the latest boo-boo made by Rachel Zegler, the Snow White actress who Disney, probably, if they have any sins in their heads, and they might not, regrets hiring. Today we're going to thatparkplace.com, the website that, folks, if you're not yet bookmarked to it, well, you should be. And this article is by Marvin Montanero. As we get ready to read it, folks, we only ask that you click the like button, and away we go. Disney Snow White actress Rachel Zegler causes controversy with unhinged social media election tantrum, hopes Trump supporters never know peace. She's a lovely lady, a wonderfully kind, lovely lady. And she's totally not switching to Broadway because her movie career is coming to an end. Folks, that would be a conspiracy. We would never promote such a thing. We would never say such a thing. I know these Hollywood, well, let's say it this way. I know these Holly weirds better than they know themselves. Another day, another Rachel Zegler controversy. Disney Snow White actress launched into an unhinged social media meltdown, flying off the handle in the wake of President-elect Donald Trump's victory over Vice President Kamala Harris. Zegler apparently posted parts of the long diatribe maligning and appearing to wish harm or misfortune on the incoming president and the many Americans who voted for him on her Instagram account. Oh boy. Here's what it says, folks. We're going to click on this, and I'll take you directly to the screenshots. This is from Steph Annie at My Nerdy Home. She follows me. I follow her. She's fantastic. Apologies for some of the words that you're seeing on the screen. We won't say them, I promise. This is a safe for work and safe for kids environment. Soccer moms, fear not. Here's what Zegler says, though, you all knowing that I won't say the bad stuff. Zegler says, I find myself speechless in the midst of this. Another 4 years of hatred, leaning us towards a world I do not want to live in, leaning us towards a world that will be hard to raise my daughter in, leaning us towards a world that will force her to have a baby she doesn't want, leaning us towards a world that is fearful. It's at this point that you might wonder, does Rachel Zegler have a daughter that you don't know of? When the answer to that seems to be no. Rachel Zegler is childless. This is an imaginary daughter, which works well in her imaginary world. She says, I shouldn't be this shocked, but I am. I am heartbroken for my friends who awoke fear this morning. And I'm here with you to cry, to yell, to hug, while I lay on my giant bundles of Benjamins, while I perhaps pour the heaping gold coins upon my head, as I bathe in my diamond-encrusted swimming pool. I'm so sorry. To wax poetic on how the left continues to fail us in forging a new path forward, this loss should not have been, and it certainly should not have been by so many votes. I echo Ethel Kane's statement more than anything. May the supporters of the new president and the voters and himself never, ever know peace. And folks, if you know what that means, Rachel Zegler is essentially wishing absolute hell upon half of the country. Rachel Zegler is wishing hell, right? Because to not have peace is to be in hell. Rachel Zegler is wishing hell upon half of the consumers, at least. No, let's take that back. The majority of consumers that could be going to see the Snow White movie. I'm sure this will go well. You're welcome, Disney, from Zegler. She goes on. There is also a deep sickness in this country. Zegler, don't talk about yourself. I kid, folks. We feel sorry for Zegler. And by the way, lest you think this is going to be mean-spirited, I'm going to have a message for Zegler at the end.
That it's hard. I just mean to be inside my brain. That's hard.
There is also a deep, deep sickness, she continues, in this country that is shown in the sheer amount of people who showed up for this man who threatens our democracy. It is terrifying, the number of people who stand behind what this man preaches. It is a foolish subscription to a false sense of security, of masculinity, of intelligence, of patriotism, and of humanity. There is no help, no counsel in any of them. I could go on. I won't. I feel sad. You probably do too. Blank this. Shall we go on? She's not done. Your star of Snow White, folks. Your Disney darling. Get off of Elon's app, by the way. The blank are you doing? They're eating you up on Twitter. I don't use that app for a reason. He helped get that man elected, and you're giving him business. I was talking about finding catharsis in art. I don't care if you're going to pick a fight with me. It's been done before. Find something real to be mad at today. There's plenty to go around. And here, she says, okay, that's all. Going on stage for Act 2 now and need to get off my soapbox before I get too heated. Folks, pause for a moment and just realize Rachel Zegler was on the clock when she was doing this. In between acts, she's in a Broadway play, Romeo and Juliet. She's playing the part of Juliet. And in between, during the intermission, behind the scenes, she is sitting there typing these screeds away. Maybe she should be working on whatever it is she does for a living instead. She says, sending love to everyone who needs it today. May we all carry each other through the worst and hold these politicians accountable. Your Democratic governors just got very important. They already were, but hey, follow your governors. Hold them accountable. Local government is where we will make real change. This is not the end, ever, she says, channeling the anti-Churchill inside of her. I will love through these 4 years as best I can. Blank Donald Trump. You know, when you say you're going to love, and then you blank somebody. When you say you're going to love through 4 years, and you wish hell upon the majority of your nation, maybe even the world. We don't know the percentages out there in the world. We just know America, and we just know the majority voted for this guy. You can like him, you can dislike him, but wishing hell upon everyone who supports him in any way. Terrible, Zegler. Terrible. And it means that Zegler is in a dark place. It means that her inner being needs fixing, Zegler. That is what you need. You need to be cleansed of whatever it is that causes you to wish hell upon others who have a different political or, shall we say, socio-political worldview. You need to get over it, Zegler, because you're not helping yourself. You're not helping your cause. You're damaging Disney further. And I know you were probably hired to do damage, because that's what the crazy zanies in Hollywood were all into up until about a week ago. But you didn't get the memo. You're going to be done in Hollywood if you don't stop this. It says from that part place again, this latest Rachel Zegler controversy was incendiary and insulted more than half the country. In the wake of her seemingly endless stream of venom, many heads turned to Disney with a raised eyebrow. Disney and Lucasfilm, after all, fired Star Wars actress Gina Carano from her critically acclaimed role in The Mandalorian because she shared a meme on Twitter. So Gina Carano got to go. Rachel Zegler can wish hell upon half the country or more. Does she stay? Does she stay? And let's not forget that Rachel Zegler has lambasted the original Snow White, the foundation upon which the entire Disney company was formed. Let's watch.
I'm a narcissist. Original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so.
Okay.
There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her. Yeah. Weird. And then it became like, I will elbow everyone out of the way to play the part. That people will assume is a love story just because like we cast a guy in the movie, right. Andrew Burnap. All of Andrew's scenes could get cut. Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby.
I say, if I'm going to stand there 18 hours in a dress of an iconic Disney princess, I deserve to be paid for every hour that it is streamed online.
And we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about...
Take that. This is not a princess who dreams of love, and you don't deserve to be in a humanity that dreams of love, because that's what Rachel Zegler does not want. The antithesis, and yes, we know what that means, the antithesis of what Rachel Zegler wants is for people to love one another, to bridge the political divide, to find intersecting interests, to find a way to set aside politics and come together in a neutral ground way where they can find meaning and cause to find the joy and love for all of humanity. Rachel Zegler is going to be the detriment of Disney for next year. She has damaged and slimed Snow White, and I am sad to say that Disney sort of deserves this at this point, and it is amazing to me just how long Zegler continues to go on these absolutely, abjectly venomous rants that are doing nothing but canceling her from a career she could have had. For that reason, we're very sorry for Rachel Zegler. We hope that she finds her way into a more moderated, truthful existence. She seems to be an extremist, and unfortunately, sometimes it never goes away, that extremism that drives people to say things and do things which are perhaps even evil. Folks, that is the video for today. We hope you enjoyed it. Consider clicking the like button if you do. Also, share, subscribe, and click it. Stick it to the algorithms. It is the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts and share this sucker out on your favorite social media platforms. Folks, we want to thank you for record-breaking numbers. We continue to do what we do. As long as you do what you do, we'll be here every day, 4 times a day, for you 365. Why? Because the news never stops. Thus, neither do we. Until the next time we have the joy of being joined with you, keep learning, keep growing, and as always, unlike Zegler, keep having fun.
Listen up, my brothers and sisters. You've been listening to Phils and those with an agenda to destroy your brain cells for far too long. It's time to change your way of doing things. Hold up. TPP is the place to be. Covering the news so honestly. It's a team that's cool and tried and true. Ahead of the culture curve, they're trying to keep you. Jonas and Pro, they run the show, and they dragged in the bearded culture casino. You got Valiant and Lord and Fourth of Light. Wonderful people, yeah, they're alright. They got weird bringing in people like Floral, but made no mistake with Lorena Creole. Amelia and John, stuttering guitarist. Martin and Tawny and someone called CMS. Fat Steven makes a bunch of all the graphics. Did I mention a partnership with Bending in the comics? Fat Sky is a guy and Doc Matt does the web stuff. There's probably some people I missed. I hope they're not telling you the news that should be fun. With accurate info that's not been spun. You can figure it out as you will see. The TPP is the place to be.
Yeah, Wilton. That was actually pretty good, or White. But I think you might have forgotten Vash.
Well, he lost all his friends. But it was implied.